All right, so welcome to week 1 of the Rosetta Crochet Along. I am going to show you how to start the magic circle and show you the first 7 rows or rounds of this pattern. If you have any questions, please ask. So here we go. We're going to start with the magic circle. Really simple. I use the first 3 fingers of my left hand, wrap the yarn around, and then I take and I tuck a loop in between these 2 fingers. Pull the loop up and stick my hook in, oops, and kind of pinch it off, and then chain 2. 1, 2, and then I start my double crochets, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. Looks kind of wonky, but as you work along, you kind of pull the tail so that it tightens everything up. Let me show you again. So, the magic circle, we're going to leave a tail, wrap around our fingers, tuck between these 2 fingers, make a little loop, stick our hook in, pinch it off, and chain 1, chain 2, and then we start our pattern with the first double crochet. I am doing the midnight version, so I'll only be using 2 colors. My yarn A color is Aran by Red Heart. My yarn B color will be Rainforest, also by Red Heart. So we have the first double crochet on there. So I'm going to pull my pattern over. I always make notes on my pattern. A good book is a loved book. All right, so round 1 says make a magic ring. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and 12 double crochets into ring. So we have 1. Oops. There's 2. 3. 4. And I'm going to tug my tail end a little bit just to add a little bit more room where I'm crocheting. And 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to tug again. And you see how the yarn overlaps? That's kind of what helps hold the yarn in place after doing the magic circle so it doesn't come unraveled from this part. So where were we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, and 12. I'm just going to count that again because I don't always trust my counting. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and chain 2 does not count. So then I'm going to tug again, and then we are going to slip stitch into the first double crochet after the chain 2. So here's our chain 2. This is the first double crochet. So we're going to tuck our hook. Oops. We are going to pull through, and now we have a slip stitch. All right, so round 2 says to continue with yarn A, chain 2, and 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So we're going to chain 2 and then 2 double crochets in each stitch around. Should make 24 stitches. So we're going to start right here in the same stitch that we just chained 2. So 1, 2, 1, 2 makes 4, 1, 2 makes 6, 1, 2 makes 8, 1, 2 makes 10, almost there, halfway, 12, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And then once again, 2, 4, 6, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. We are going to slip stitch into the chain 2 or the top of the first double crochet. So here's our chain 2, here's our first double crochet, and slip, slip, and there we go. So now I'm going to tighten up my hole. So just grab the tail to your first color and just snug it down, and it'll tighten up. And later when you weave it in, it'll stay. All right, so this is where we're going to start adding 2 colors. So round 3 says chain 2 with yarn A, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochets in the next stitch, and 1 double crochet. So we're going to chain 2, 1, 2. We're going to 1 double crochet right in the bottom of that chain. So there's 1, 2 double crochets into this next stitch here, 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet here. And this is where our color changes. So the best way to do a color change, and it states that you always want 2 loops on your hook. So you start by making a double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and there's half the double crochet. So to complete this double crochet, we are going to start the next color. Leave yourself a tail, plenty of tail to weave in later. And so you wrap that around, bring it through, and you have now completed that first double crochet, and you have the new color. So then it says 2 double crochets in the next stitch. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the tail to our new color back. Here's our new color. So we're going to double crochet, wrap around. Here's the first color. We're going to hold that to the back. So we're going to go through the previous stitch and around our first color. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through. So there's the first one. Then we're going to do it again. Yarn over, in, pull through, yarn over, but it says only 2 into this stitch. So we're going to go back to the first color. So we are going to put our second color to the back. We're going to pull through with our first color, and we have the 2, we have the 2 of the second color, and now we're going to yarn over, and we're going to repeat. So it is 1 double crochet in the first stitch, yarn over, wrap around, and around that second color we're going to carry it through our project. 1, 2, 2 double crochets, 1, 2, and then 1 double crochet, and we're repeating. So it's 1, 2, 1, new color, 1, 2, 1. So we're at the 1. So we're going to tuck the first color back. You might have to switch your colors around so that way you don't get tangled. And with the second color, pull it through, 2 double crochets, and remember, go around the first color. So 1, 2 in the same stitch, and we're going to change back. First color, pull through, and 1, 1, 2, oops, too far. Alright, bring that back, and, oh no, I don't know what I'm thinking. So 1, 2, and then 1. Now we're going to tuck that back and bring this forward, which completes that. And then 2, 1, and 2, swap again, and be careful that you are bringing your colors through, because I did not. So let's frog it and go around the first color. 1, 2, and pull through, and 2, and 1. Color back. And pull through. And carry the color. 1, 2. I do a lot of graph gowns and I'm not used to carrying the color through. I usually cut and start over, so please bear with me. All right, and 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Keep going too far, don't I? 1, 2, 1. All right, and it looks like we're ending with the blue, but that's just a trick. So we're going to go 1 and 2 of the blue, but we are going to switch back to the white and pull through. And remember, slip stitch into the first double crochet after the chain 2, which is here, and slip and pull through, and there is our first 3 rows. For round, before you start round 4, make sure you stop and untangle your yarn because it will wrap up. All right.
I couldn't find any X out. I saw 2 boxes, but I didn't prove X out.
Okay.